Hey, and welcome, you guys. Sorry, a little bit late. I got my co-host with me, Shayna MCTTV. Today we're going to talk about Beauty in Black, Season 2, Part 2, Episodes 9 through 12. Please do all the things, like the video. It's a free way to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Comment down in the comment section and share this video. We share this because sharing is caring. And then the Cash App and Venmo are there for those who like to put a little something in the tip jar. And hey to everybody that's already here.
Everybody.
Hey, Kendall. Hey. Yes, please hit the like button.
Please like, share,
Subscribe to
subscribe.
this channel, please. Hey, Jalen is back. Hey, she said she's back, coming back for the shenanigans. What's up, Demarcus Vaughn?
Hey, DeMarcus.
Or I see from me. Hey. Happy Sunday. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? I think we got everybody. We're going to get into it because we got 4 episodes to cover. We're just going to put this up here. These are like our big scenes as we're going to sit here and talk through it. Shayna, how did you feel about the first 4 episodes coming back after the break?
Mixed emotions because I'm happy it's back. It was great, but I know that we'll be nearing the end soon, and I'm not quite ready to let it go. But I mean, it came back, and just like always, some of the stuff was predictable, but yeah, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, me too. And I hate because they said the season 3 is the final season. Is that's the rumor, correct? That's what I
Yeah, that's what
heard.
I'm saying. I mean, at least he gives us 2 halves. But
Yes.
I mean, it's like, man, this is the second half of season 2, so we're already coming up on the last season. They can milk a couple more seasons out of this.
At least 2 more. You could do 4 seasons.
If they're doing 2 halves, at least a season 4, we can. You don't want to. Sometimes they go too long. They don't want to say when. But I mean, I feel like this is really entertaining. This is Tyler Perry's best work.
Okay, I agree. I agree. And then you get that, they drop them all at once. So you try not to watch them, but then you binge them, and then you be like, ugh.
Yeah, once you start, I'm like, every time with this show, once I start, I can't turn it off. I gotta just keep going.
Because it kind of, strolls along. And then as you get to the end of the episode, it's like, eh. So then it makes you just want to keep going to the next one. You're like, well, let me see what happened. And then you get to the end of the next one, and you're like, well, let me see what happened on the next episode. So
yeah. Yep.
they're pretty good
That's
at that.
exactly how I was.
Hey, Mama Mac just finished
Hey, Mama
episode
Mac.
14.
Oh, good. But we don't have no spoilers since we're only doing 9 through 12.
9 to 12. Kendall says she really enjoyed this season. Oh my God. Child. Roy was cutting the fool these first 4 episodes. We're going to get into it. Let me see if I can find it.
Because I know we're going to have a lot to say about it. But Roy is Roy.
Roy
is Roy.
What Lawrence Report say? Hey, Lawrence Report is because of what Tyler writes with that end that makes you, yeah, he knows how to give you that big moment at the end of the episode to just be like, well, let me just.
Man, right. Because it starts playing in the next one, and you're like, I mean, even though I got to get up in the morning, it's 4 o'clock, let me just keep
Let me hold my eye open and see if I can finish. Toxic vibes. So we are picking up where we left off in the first part. We got the police. I'm gonna give air quotes. They are hemming Varney and Charles up. We over at Charles's place, and Varney, at least for once in his life, is trying to act like he got a doggone backbone. He's like, I want your badge numbers. And Charles is like, he gets it. He's like, they're not cops, Varney. They're not cops. Like it don't even matter.
When he said it, I was like, yeah. But Varney ain't had no backbone till way later. Nice try, though.
Well, at least he was, using his voice, child. Because usually Varney just be letting the people roll all over him and don't say nothing. And I'm like, you too big for all that.
Please. It's actually embarrassing. Please get it back.
7 feet tall, Varney.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me find glasses on for this.
Yeah, she got super chat from DeMarcus Vaughn. I'll put it up there. You can read it.
Thank you, DeMarcus. Who would y'all say is the better womanizer, Roy or Darnell from Thin Line Between Love and Hate? Definitely Darnell.
I was going to say both not very bright, but Roy is even less intelligent than.
Right. I don't think Roy is even trying to be a womanizer. He don't care. Like, Darnell was actually trying to be a womanizer, and it worked until it didn't.
Mm-mm. All right. Well, I gave him a little something. I gave him a little. Give me your badge numbers. And Charles was like, no badge numbers, bro. He's like, you came to back to finish what you started. So they trying to act like they ain't know what he was talking about, but they there for that money. They indeed know exactly what he's talking about because they're there for that money. And Charles is so deflated, child. He take them on over to the safe, gives them the cash, he gives them the watches, and then they bring Barney on in there with him, and they ease on out of there. As they ease on out of there, they see them bodies is chopped and diced there on the floor. I was like, y'all got lucky. Y'all got lucky he didn't have nothing left in the tank because he should have just blew all y'all away like he did the first time. But you came in there a little more prepared this time. So I guess kudos to y'all, but not really. So Barney, he's all upset. And he's telling him, like, basically, these are the repercussions of bringing strippers and drugs into your home. But, Charles is like, yeah, I know. But he don't want to hear it. So he's just yelling. He just tells him, let me go. Let me go. And then Barney starts to leave, and he starts on his Ike, like, you gonna leave me like all the rest of these other suckers? You asked him to leave, Charles. What was he supposed to do? Like, I'm not. Anyway, Shannon, you got any comments about this little scene here with wrapping up from the last half about Charles's house over there?
No, because I'm just waiting to get to, you know what I'm waiting to get
The end. The end of the episode.
to.
So we over at the Belleries. Kimmy wants to know what's going on because she's like, "What? Who is this? Glenn? Well, what happened to Glenn? Because Glenn is bleeding on the ground." So Rain takes Kimmy into the house while Alex takes Glenn's body over to the other side, and Whitman kind of throws it in the car and says he's going to take him to the hospital. So Rain is explaining, like, "Listen, I was taking a nap. Angel's supposed to be watching the girl. Angel come walking in at that very moment. I'll wake up, I'll go looking for her, and I find her in the barn with some boy on top of her." I'm like, yeah. So, Kimmy asked the question, was he, raping her? And Rain's like, I thought he was, but no. So Kimmy goes up there to check on old fast ass Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then that's when Rain was like, listen, the kid is
Hey,
Jules' son,
Candy.
Glenn. Hey, Candy. And Kimmy's like, I don't give a F. Like, if he did something to my sister, I don't care if it's Jules' son or anybody else's son. So she go up there to see old fast ass Sylvie. Sylvie's like, she killed him. She's like, girl, he is not dead. He's on the way to the hospital. So Sylvie wants to go check on him, but Kimmy's like, sit your fast tail down and relax. So Kimmy's asking her what happened. And she's like, basically saying, like, no, he was nice and he was teaching me to ride the horses, and so I kissed him. And basically she's like, so y'all was just having sex? Yes. Yes, that's what they
No,
were
I
doing.
didn't like when Kimmy was like, she was like, "Oh, what happened?" And she was like, "Yeah, it was consensual." And she's like, "You could tell me the truth." Like, she is telling you the truth. Like, y'all are acting like this is a minor. Legally, she's
Yeah. Well, is
grown.
she still a minor? I thought she's still,
Yeah,
is she
she's
17?
18.
Oh, she's 18. Okay. Yeah, because they are trying to send her to
Yeah, because they
college.
remember she's trying to go to college. Yeah, and then she had said later on, like, "You can't stop me." And it's like we babe talking about babysitting and all this stuff. Like, the girl's legally grown. Even though I don't know when she turned legally grown, because at
Yeah.
one point I thought she was in high school. Like, when did this? But okay, how Tyler Perry work.
Yeah, I thought she was 17, but I
I thought she
mean,
was too.
18 is
And
right around the
people
corner.
can go to
So,
college at 17, but then when she said you can't stop me, like,
yeah,
well,
you
if you're
can.
17, yes, I can. If you're 18, I still can, but legally.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on when your birthday falls
Your birthday.
because my youngest one will probably be going to, depending on where he goes, he'll be going to college at 17, like right before his 18th birthday. If you go in
Because I think
August.
she
So,
was 17 when she was still with the mom. Like, maybe in between there, she could have turned 18. We just didn't know. Who knows?
yeah.
But she's still, making stupid decisions. But I digress.
Her sister hard headed though, Jalen. I mean, they both been through a lot. Kimmy been through a lot, and Sylvie been through a lot on the strength of that raggedy mama. But
Yeah.
Sylvie you gotta realize that at least unlike the mama, Kimmy really is trying to help you, try to do what's best for you. So
Mhm.
yeah, you might not like the way she says things, but it is kind of all in your best interest. But I mean, I guess we are kind of all
Right.
went through that
I
when we were
mean,
younger.
they both are very naive, and she's young, and then she feel like Kimmy abandoned her. We know she didn't, so.
Hey,
Hey,
Tamika.
Tamika
Yeah. Yeah, Kimmy Rain and Sylvie. Sylvie right there with the hard headed
and
game.
Angel.
Oh my God.
he could,
Angel.
Angel,
Come on.
he can
When
go.
we get to Angel,
He
baby.
gets on my nerves more than anybody else. Honestly, he gets on my nerves the most.
Yeah, because Rain did better this half. Because the last half, Rain was working me over, but she kind of redeemed herself a little bit. She was less annoying this part, and
Yes,
Angel was more annoying. I was like,
yes.
how is
Like
that
Angel
possible?
was okay when they were trying to get away. Now that he got some, you can't. Some people just can't get him no money. You just can't.
Mhm. Yes, Taylor will be in season 4 of Reasonable Doubt. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, Jalen, you okay? To each his own.
Yeah.
So, Kimmy's like, you just met him, and she's like, I know you not talking with all you've been doing, but I'm like, Kimmy, some of that stuff, it wasn't like she was trying. She ain't kind of really have a choice. So Sylvie's, she's being real slick at the mouth, and she's like, I don't gotta listen to you, and she's like, I'm gonna go see him. So, um, Kimmy kind of put her foot down and go on about her business. We get on over to a quick scene of Olivia. She barges into Mallory's office, talking about Kimmy's antics. And I was like, okay, Olivia, like, I don't know what you want to do because you just so, ooh, child. Hey, Elsid. Olivia be pissing me off, but I guess
TLC.
that's, her role to play. So after she leaves, Mallory gets a call from Felicia, who says she's got some tea on Kimmy and it's gonna cost her $1,000, so she gotta swing by the club. I did these scenes so quick, child, because all of that, I was like, Olivia, what did you even talking about, child? Horace is over in Italy. He is feeling much better. They're gonna observe him a little bit longer, and then he can travel back and forth for his additional treatments. I think they said he had to do like 3 months or something, or I forgot how many rounds. So he can go back and forth. Anything about Olivia running her mouth, Mallory getting a phone call from Felicia, Horace over in Italy, because they drug that scene on. I said, not y'all got me reading, y'all speaking Italian got me reading this closed captioning.
No, I mean it wasn't too much going on.
Okay, let's move on. So Roy wants um Kimmy and I guess Rain to both. Oh no, Roy wants Horace and Kimmy both gone. He's like, how about they send a private jet and then blows up the plane? He's talking to Jules, and Jules is like, sir, like, let's not do any of that because they still got the stipulations and the will and everything. So he's just trying to figure out any way he can to get around that. But he tells him it's not a good idea, and that he needs to relax and go somewhere and calm down and lay off the stuff. Then Jules gets that call from Whitman that his son and fell from the barn and he's at the hospital. Alex fills Rain in because she's worried about what's going to happen when that boy wakes up. And then Jules calls and tells Alex to get his butt to the hospital. So Roy lets himself into Varney's place, child. Now I understand how Charles be getting in there. Roy, how you getting to Varney's place? I had
Right.
questions. I couldn't figure it
Hey,
out.
Lawrence.
Hey,
I'm still on the
Lord.
fence with Mallory. I don't know.
Listen, I'm a season 3 gonna tell me, I guess, because we not
Right.
going. But
Right.
hmm.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
he
if
lets
they give
himself
a little
in.
more background, but
He still wants to leverage Varney sleeping with Charles. He makes him call the clerk, and he wants him to change the will. He's like, he can't change the will, so he wants him to pull the will. Varney says that he can't pull it, but he can delay it. So that's going to leave him like that little open window, like it's not technically filed. So if something were to happen, then technically. So that's what they're trying to do. So Varney calls. He has it sent to him to have some language changed. And I'm like, dang, Varney. Why is Varney so scared of freaking Roy? I don't.
because he's more so scared that Horace is going to find out that he's the
Horace
DL.
probably.
But it's crazy because Horace already know.
I
Like
was
we
gonna
know
say
that Horace
Horace got his own stuff to worry
right.
about.
Horace is, phobic, but that's because he has.
Hmm.
But I'm like, Horace knows. I think he respects Barney a little more because he's not as open with it as Charles is.
Right.
So that's why he don't mind.
Goodbye to Marcus.
But Marcus,
He say
listen,
turn in the left eye. I
Need Varney to
cannot.
stop getting punked by Roy. Yeah, Varney allowing this is just crazy. Like, get a back. Like, I feel like, okay, tell him. Because if you tell Roy to tell him, then what? Like, okay, tell him.
Right. Now
And
you
then what?
lost your leverage.
Right, okay. And now what? I said no. Tell him.
Because you're not about to call that man all the way in Italy during treatment to tell him that
Exactly.
his attorney is gay. He'd be like, if you
Right.
don't get the F off my phone
If you call him,
right
he's not
now.
even. If Roy called Roy, he ain't answering Roy's phone call. So
No,
that's gonna buy Varney some time. So yeah, no.
that's true. That's true. Um, what else happened? Charles goes to visit Mallory in her office. He is thoroughly checked out. I said, we're going to watch Charles mope around all episode 9, just walking in and walking out and ain't got nothing to say to nobody. She tries to get him to take her to the strip club. And that's when he kind of was like, he can't. He just kind of leaves and goes on about his business. And we know
I
why he
think
can't go to the strip
Charles
club.
is just like he keeps saying like, "Oh, I need to talk to you," and when somebody's firing, like, "Okay, talk," he don't talk. Like, spit it out.
Yeah.
Every time you say you want to talk to somebody and they actually start listening, you don't say anything. So say it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Horace cares
So
either.
I don't think he either. If he probably was,
I think
like you said,
he
more
is
out there like
phobic.
Charles.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like Charles, so Charles is so loose with it. But Varney's professional,
Well,
so
he's
it's like,
loose with it, and they don't do nothing. Him and Roy don't do anything but the product and just hang out. Like, well, Charles goes out. Roy don't. Roy brings the ladies in, but all
yeah.
Roy does is hire
But
folks
since
and
he
be on the
has been
product.
phobic, and we know he's phobic because Horace is DL
Hmm.
himself, it's like, okay, well, Barney does know that, so I can see why he's hesitant.
I get it, but he just look. He hate them sons, and so clearly so does Olivia, child.
Yeah, but I thought Charles was her baby, but you know,
Don't
we gonna
nothing getting when you
yeah,
got that when you
look
got
at
that
them.
addiction, ain't nothing gonna get in between you and
Mhm.
that.
That's crazy.
So Charles finally decides, like you said, he keeps saying he need to talk to somebody, but he's not talking. He goes home, he has a drink, he finally decided to call his mama. He tells her he's in trouble and he needs her to come by his house. Over at the hospital, Jules is asking his questions, but Whitman he don't got the answers, Sway. So he's asking if Kimmy was there, and he's like, he doesn't know, but if he had to guess, I'm like, Whitman, that ain't the right answer. So Alex comes in and he's asking, Jules is asking him what happened. He don't know either. What's none of these people there? So he's like, I got to the house. I dropped off Kimmy. Well, he said Mrs. Bellery, and Jules about lost his shit. That his name is Kimmy. I'm like, oh Jesus, Jules,
Right. She's
relax.
still Mrs. Bellery, but I
So he's
digress.
like, I was on the way to the staff apartment and I saw him lying by the barn. So he's like, he asked if Kimmy was there. He said no, Kimmy wasn't there, but he asked about Rain. Rain was there. Um, then he's asking, did they know if he was my son? He's like, I don't think so. So Mallory calls Varney to take her out because Charles done already ran out about his business, and Traxton comes in to drive her. These scenes just be the dialogue back and forth be cracking me up because she's like, you know how much money I could get for you back in the day? I was like, Mallory. He's like, no, how much? I said, thank you, Traxton. Thank you.
Jackson just get on my nerves because he like love it there. Like he don't realize he's a victim. Like, sir, you don't realize that you are it's giving Stockholm. Like you a victim. Him and Felicia. That's
Ooh, yes.
him.
It's giving house Negro all day.
Okay.
So she throws him out and tells him he smells. I said, if Mallory ain't gonna do nothing, she gonna tell somebody they freaking stink. So Kimmy is hoping that Glenn makes it through. She's talking to Rain because she tells Rain that like I threatened Jules, and now I didn't even know he had a son until now, but here we are. So Alex says there was no cameras, but Kimmy's not so sure because she thinks one of the other cameras could have the him and Sylvie on there. So she just wants to make sure that the will is in order, and Rain is telling her to keep an eye on Angel because he's getting too comfortable. So Miss Olivia, she show up because this is the part we all trying to get to anyway. Um, Olivia shows up at Charles' place. Child, she's dressed in all black like the Ome. She got her hat on. I don't know why she got no damn shades on in the dark, but she do. So, he gets her to take a couple of drinks. He sends her to go look in the bathroom. She's like, yeah, I can tell that's your first time. So she's asking who else knows, and the only person that knows is Attorney Varney. So she's asking who it was. He's like, the strippers from the club. Is anybody gonna miss them, child? We don't know. So she tells him to go on and she'll take care of it. We see really quickly Mallory and Varney pull up to the club. He don't want to go, but she needs security, so they go in. Because she got a source to speak to, and she wants him to chill. Now we see Olivia's guys at the house are finished cleaning up. It's the guy from the club, Andy and them. And she asked, how much did the little ninja have in the safe? And it was $40,000. And she's like, that's it. I said it, be your own people. Shane, I know this is what you was waiting for. That's what you was waiting for. Raggedy ass Olivia done robbed her son.
Because I was like, Olivia, girl. And so she was like, what are you doing? Why are you robbing your own son? It's crazy because they didn't tell her about the watches. How much them watches cost, though? They didn't tell her about the watches. They left that out. We never circle back. But I'm like, the fact that you robbed your son and you only got 40 racks and you owe like 300, girl, you that desperate that you gonna throw your own child. Like, that's a new low. Like, I can't ever think of a time where I would get to the point where I would throw my own child to the wolves for a little bit of coins. For some,
that's that addiction. I'm trying to tell you, ain't nothing come before that addiction.
Yeah, but I'm like, what were you? Why did you even let this get out of control? You didn't think nobody else, not a stranger on the street, your son. Charles already have a problem talking to people. He called the mama. He been calling. She was the last option.
Yep.
Especially the way she went about it. The way she went about it, we'll get there. Because I was like, the way she went about it was crazy. Like, girl, you can't clean up the mess and then be like, and then
got my hand out.
Yeah, you're right. She loved that addiction.
Okay.
That's why she keep getting herself into this. But first of all, you talking about I'm in this family. You are an ex-wife. You shouldn't even be here no more. Why are we still in the conversation?
I mean, well, she's her kids, but them kids is grown, so you should only have
a long time,
a limited part in each of their lives as they allow you to.
Whatever, and if you blow it, you blow it.
Because you don't like them kids, no way.
I'm glad the kids don't got no kids. Because my goodness.
Okay. And like you said, we thought she liked Charles, but
right.
I mean, she like him more than Roy.
Do she? Because I'm like, you wasn't plotting on Roy.
Because Roy ain't got it. Roy didn't put it all in his nose, child.
But so does Charles.
Plus, she's got Mallory to contend with. Like, Charles is single. If she go for Roy, then she got to worry about
Charles
Mallory.
Is sloppy. It was too easy to set Charles up with the whole, the stripper from the club, because everybody knows he brings strippers home every night. So since he's sloppy, it was just too easy to set him up. But it's like he's blowing his money on his cards. He's blowing his money on these strippers. And he also likes that powder.
But you would think after they blew up that man's car in the first season that he would buy a clue, and you still brought these people back to your house after everybody thought you was going on to glory.
I'm just like, for Horace to be who he is, Olivia to be a scammer, and then you set up your son and still didn't get no money. Y'all done did. What was all the work for? What y'all even do it for, y'all? Y'all did all this for nothing.
Now, Roy, I don't think Roy's very intelligent, but you can't go over to the hotel like Roy at least. Like, don't bring the people in your house.
Nobody goes to the hotel. Even Varney. I'm like, Tyler Perry let him make people go to the house. Why is Roy? I know Roy is married. Even he started bringing people to the house. Like, can we please?
Yeah, well. Yeah, we ended up getting there, but I was like, dang it, y'all got this nice hotel and y'all just keep.
Even though the hotel's still, because everybody gonna know, but at least the people you bring in don't know.
Yeah, but it's not. I was gonna say it's not your house. You don't got to know where I stay at. You can't. You can only take what's in the hotel room. What you gonna take? Whatever I got on me.
Right.
Now you all hemming me up, asking for the codes for the slave.
But it's like, dude, y'all on a private road, but the private road is public because everybody knows where you live and no blinds and no curtains.
How y'all getting down this private road is what I want to know.
I'm like, then that happened with the car incident, and you still bringing people like at Charles. At this point,
that's what I'm saying.
He deserved for his mama to rob him for being sloppy.
He sure does have his own sexuality to deal with.
Yeah, he do.
Child.
That's why he has a problem with Charles. So Charles lives open and free, but Charles is sloppy.
Okay, DeMarcus.
Olivia has steaks, but
She could be at the office. That don't account for half of the other crap that she does.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know. She should have married Norman, then it would have made more sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we ended up with Horace, but I don't know if they ever really told us that part. They just
They never did. Every time I see her and Norman, I'm like, this just makes sense.
probably
Like,
because they can't trust each other. They may be too much alike. She needed that opposite to
but I guess
balance.
that's
I
why
don't
they was
know.
messing around. They can't stay away from each
Mhm.
other either.
So playing for keeps. That's at the title episode 10, and we are picking up where we left off. And you got me. So Olivia is talking ish to old boy and talking about they own the police and asking her how his mom is doing. I said, oh, Olivia, please. And then she's like, if you hadn't effed up Horace's robbery, we wouldn't be here. So then at this point, we done found out you done robbed your son. You done tried to rob your ex-husband. Now I'm gonna give you your ex-husband. I give you that. Now I don't know about your son. I gave you
You
the
know you
ex-husband,
trying to
but
rob the ex-husband's stash house. You try to
yes,
rob the son's real house.
house,
Like, oh
house,
my gosh.
house. Um,
Wait a minute, DeMarcus. Where did you hear that Mallory can't have kids?
wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, I don't know. He heard that.
No, he said he commented that. Where
I
did you
don't
hear
know.
that? I didn't hear that nowhere. Maybe she just don't want no kids with that crackhead. I'm just saying.
No, they cannot be trusted.
Nope.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't remember.
later
I
on
don't
though,
remember hearing that. I think she just didn't want to have none. I
I thought
don't
she
remember
didn't have any.
hearing her
I
say
wouldn't have
anything. So Roy, he is also pleased with himself. He's telling Jules that Varney showed him the will, which he did not, and that they're not protected. But Jules, he doesn't believe it, so he says he's gonna check it out. Kimmy and the crew, they sit down and have their little eat their little dinner. And Sylvie is still worried about Glenn. She's, they're telling her you got to wait it out. It's what's best. And she's like, it's funny how strippers and whores know what's best for me. I said, see, you're going too far now, Sylvie. You're getting a little too big for your britches. And Kimmy says she's not having the disrespect and she wants her to go to college because it's not safe here. But Sylvie wants to stay, so she storms off. She's like, you're just going to send me away like mama? No, not like mama, but like child. Sylvie makes me stutter. Anything
Yeah,
anything for Sylvie's outburst?
Sylvie definitely, cause girl, like not when they snatched you up too. Come on now, you up here? They y'all blaming the victims, like they was just willing participate.
And they drugged that baby. She lucky to even still be walking amongst us.
And I'm like, if they did that to you, what you think they did to us? You got a nerve to throw that in somebody's face? You're going to school now. I'm not. Ain't no ifs ands or buts. It was just funny when Rain was like, because my mama would have been, and I'm like, that's the reason why she's acting like that because this is her sister. But it's
Yeah,
like I'm the one taking care of you. You still need to have some respect.
right. Especially when I'm looking out for your best interest. It's not like I don't know, child.
Right, because at this
Going
point,
off
the
to
boy is
college
on
is
life.
not the worst thing I could have said. There's other.
That boy is on life support. So at this point, go. Like Glee, bounce.
So Charles goes to visit. Okay, I don't remember that. Charles goes to visit Roy at the office, and we get another scene of just talking and talking and talking because their conversation don't go nowhere. Roy says he's got Varney by the balls. They're worried about, and that Charles and Varney are worried about him telling Horace, which I don't think Charles cares at all. So Charles is telling him like, "Listen, you're not very bright." And he's like, "If you keep on, the people that are smart are just going to show you just how stupid you are." But Roy's like, I don't even know why you basically would want to be with a dude with all the women available. Really? So he gets a call and Charles leaves without discussing what he really came there for, which I don't even remember what that was because I don't even think he had got to the part that I think that's in your 2 episodes. And when he leaves, Roy, do what he liked to do. So Mallory and Barney, they over at the club, child. They making small talk. He's talking about the guy being sexy, and she's like, "Oh shoot, not you coming out." He said, coming out." He said, I'm out. I'm just private, child. I don't be running around spreading my business like that." So she's like, "Okay, bitch," and he's like, "Let me tell you about the community." And she's like, "I know the community. I work with the gays in the
Uh,
hair industry." It's giving Tyler Perry. Go
You're
ahead,
getting on my
Shayla.
nerves. Like, okay, TP, we get it. You want to educate us, but not now. Can we get back to the storyline, please? We didn't need this education in the midst of the show. I'm glad you put this comment up here. Taya Mac. This is a quick little. Mama Mac used to be with if somebody do something, and she would. I had friends when I was younger. I had a friend one time. She had this thing about people walking up and down the steps. She didn't like that. She didn't like company over. So I had a friend. I had to be like, I had to beg to have a friend over. The friend came over, walked up the steps. You're not supposed to be up here. She whispered in the friend's ear, and the friend ran down the steps. I never saw that friend again till this day. That was like 20. I was like, my Mac, I don't know she be whispering in people's ears. So that's what she knew. She said, "Oh, whispering." I don't know she whispering in these people's ears. But they leave and they don't.
Look, you don't need to know, okay? You didn't need to know. That girl
Whispering.
wasn't going up her stairs no more, though. That was the
Sylvie
moral
would
to the
never say
story.
that again. Sylvie would have been in college the next morning. That night she would have whispered. That morning Sylvie would have been going to a college. Like, but Sylvie needs a whispering. Yes, she does. But
Child.
Sylvie is
Whew.
bad. I'm gonna give them some grace because the mama was horrible mama.
The
But
mama was awful. The mama was awful.
mama was awful.
But yes, as you were saying about Barney's speech,
Oh, sorry. What was I say about Barney? I don't know.
we was
Yeah.
talking about the history lesson that Tyler was giving us in the
Oh
middle
yeah.
of, in the club. In the
I'm a
club.
masculine gay. Okay. Like, Tyler Perry, like he was just putting too much of his like own personal stuff intertwined with Barney's character, and it's like,
He
listen,
said, "Just so you're aware."
right? Like we didn't need this education. Like he could have checked her and they could have moved on. It turned into it was like 20 minutes. Like, all right,
That's why I took the
all
highlights, child. Because I was like,
right. We got it, TP. Okay, sorry. Goodness.
"Yes, what you said, sir." Okay.
Right.
And she's like, "Anyway, I work with him." I was
Right.
laughing. He's like, "What am I?" He was like the tag on the mattress. And he was like, "What?" She was like, "You are a full queen." I said, "Come on now,
Okay.
come on," because he
That's
he
how
doing a
Perry
lot.
added that. Like now but you are because now you get like that's not gonna make me be like, oh, never mind. I respect what you saying. Like now you're all emotional. Hush. Be
Mm-mm,
quiet. It is the late night hour. Like, please.
mm-mm. So as if we haven't had enough. Well, Charles don't know we've had enough. Charles goes to Varney's, but of course, Varney's not there. He gets a call from Olivia saying it's done and that the shit was expensive and he needs to pay her. He needs to pay 250. See, I can't even come out my mouth good. $250,000. And
Mm.
Charles is like, "I ain't got it." And she's like, "Well, we just got our dividend checks."
Well, where's your money,
Ma'am.
mama?
Right, exactly. So
Where's
you
your
and your brother always spending
money?
money. So she tells him to get a loan. He's like, "Mama, you can't cover it for me." So she's like, "You need to sell one of those cars and get that money." So
Mm-mm.
yeah, so she's like, go ahead and catch a felony and lose your shares, and that she needs that money by Friday. Yeah,
Olivia is. Mm.
what a mama.
Right. And we still don't know if Norman the daddy.
We do not. We do
I
not
don't think
know.
but I kind of was hoping that he was just off the strength. But I'm like, that whole thing. By Friday, even if he tried to sell the car, you think he could because they luxury cars. But by Friday, I don't know what day it is. Sound like it's like Wednesday.
You got to sell at least. I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Maybe two of the cars.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
he's not doing that. First of
And
all,
when she said that, he was like, "I'll get the loan." I said, He ain't
right,
trying to sell them cars.
he already lost one. And then it's like, you don't tell me after the job, oh, it's 250. You need to
Right.
tell me that before the job, otherwise I can
That's
handle this
upfront.
myself. Right, and then it's like, "Oh,
That's
well, if I
upfront.
don't give you the money, I'm gonna have a felony? You gonna call the laws on me, mama?" Nope.
Mm.
She's horrible. Mother of the Year award goes to Olivia.
And that's because he don't know. That's because he don't know she's in dire straits. Because if
I
something
think
happens to her, he ain't got to worry about it, child.
I think had she told him what was really going on, he might have respected it more than her doing what she did.
Yes, because you done traumatized your child. He done took people out and chopped folks up, and then the second crew came in there. I'm like, what? So yeah, we
And
couldn't
then
just
for her to
ask for the
be doing
money.
all that chit chat in the house and not to jump too far ahead, but it's like you didn't think maybe he might have a camera in here? Like that never crossed your mind?
Oh, look, it doesn't seem like she cares. She just as bad. Look, that's why Roy got the problems he got. He got that addiction, and she got the other one. Okay, hers is gambling. That's her addiction.
Right.
Over there
Now
acting like a
Boris, well,
crackhead.
he DL, and it's just stuff going on through that bloodline.
Hmm. So Felicia comes over. She's ready to talk. She take Mallory on in the back. She hires the kite child. She kikiing and laughing, and she can't get a sentence out. She's saying a little bit of something, but a little bit of nothing. So she's like, Kimmy got hooked up with a whale, and he would get upset with her for not doing the things that he wanted her to do, and he wanted her to work in the office, but he didn't want his wife to know. So Mallory's like, that baby, that's not. Give me my money back. Just thank you, because you ain't saying nothing. So then she's like, oh, the first bee's name was Jillian. And she left the club and we ain't seen her since. And Mallory said, Jillian, you say? Does she look like this? So she pull up a picture of Jillian on her phone. Yeah, that's her. Cause she's like, and then she show her, well, before she shows her Roy, where's the child? Felicia says that Jillian's old whale is her new whale. And I said, okay. So she shows her Jillian. And she's like, yeah, that's her. She shows her, Roy. Yeah, that's him. She's like, that's my new whale. How you know him? She's like, that's my husband. I said, I don't know if I would have told her that right away. So she's asking her if she slept with him. And she's like, yeah, he liked me. I said, oh my God. Felicia said she don't know. She didn't know he was married. So Mallory give her the money back. She playing it cool, child. She says to call me when he calls you. And she said, he's coming through tonight. Yikes! 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 Yikers! Any words about Felicia before I get to this Spanish stripper child?
I just the turn of events. I'll get to it when I get to mine. Because I was thinking they had something going, and it's a sharp left, like a very sharp left.
I mean, I was surprised she was that cool, calm, and collected. So
Cause
there's
Mallory
that.
had to play the long game until but the main thing, and
I
she
mean,
remember
it
how
was it wasn't long enough this time. It wasn't long enough.
she said in episode 1, it's public embarrassment. She can't take it. That is like her kryptonite. Like if you embarrass her publicly, then she lose her cool. That's why she lost her cool.
Tuh, she didn't.
Nope.
So we get this we at this point we don't know the Spanish stripper's name. He approached Varney coming out the bathroom. He's coming on strong, but Varney's like, I'm not paying you. He ain't paying no attention to this young man. So he goes to walk away. He's like, you're a lawyer, right? So he's like, yeah. And he's like, how you know? We go through that whole back and forth, and he says he needs some legal help. He's still flirting, so Varney ends up walking away. Now Alex talks to Rain about his meeting with Jules. He didn't really get much of nothing. He tells her he asked about Kimmy, asked about Jules. So now Rain's worried because now Jules knows that she was there, but she didn't know that that was his son at the time. So there's that. But Alex is like, yeah, you're protected by the will. So she expresses again her concern about Angel. Alex doesn't understand why he's there. She's like, oh, we're just like, one big happy family. I said, mm-hmm. He's like, that's it. He said, I was wondering if, he had something going on with you and Kimmy. She's like, you couldn't be further from the target. I said, girl, why? I mean, why not just come out and say it? You gonna
Right at
say
this
all of
point,
that?
just say it now. I mean, I thought it was pretty evident, honestly.
Yeah, well, we ain't get his name till I don't think we got his name till like the next episode or maybe the one after that. This one, he was killing me with the papicito pie. I said, oh, please, enough, 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 enough. So Angel, he's blasting his music. He's about to go out, and Rain's like, listen, you need to lay low. So he says, but he's busy balling out of control, and she's telling him like, you got to be smart about it. So he's like, didn't you go to the club? And she's like, yeah, because I want to buy it. And he's like, you got to go through Giovanni. Now, Rain, like many of us, and we found out, season 2, part 1, didn't know that Delinda had a son, but Angel said he'd be on that ish, so he'll sell you the club for $1. So now Rain is ready to roll. He's ready to go. Hey, Kiwan. He is ready to go on. She ready to go with him. So Norman calls Jules about Harold and Gloria. That's taken care of. There was a gas explosion. The fire chief signed off on it. But Jules, he got bigger fish to fry. So Roy pulls up to that club. He not trying to pay the $55. With a car like this, you should go around the back. So now he's going to pay the $500 to go around the back. I said, Felicia, I thought that was your whale. I thought that was your boo.
We didn't see him pay the $500 either.
Well, we didn't see it, but that's how much it costs to go. That's
Right.
so much.
You don't want to pay more, and then he just drove off like so.
Right. Okay. I want to pay $55. So, oh Lord. So Rain and Angel, they get to the club. They paid $300 to get into the VIP because he's not trying to wait in the line. Rain don't like him tricking. He said he's headed to VIP. He's ordering bottles. She want to find Giovanni to talk business. Now she finally talks to Giovanni, and Giovanni looks like he's having a seizure or something, child. He's high as hell. Now they said, like, I think they were trying to say he's like a crackhead or something, child. And she tells him she won't buy his mama's club.
Everybody on that stuff. Like, what's going on? But I mean, given who his mama was.
Listen. But at least Roy don't be looking like that because Roy stay on that stuff. I said, Giovanni, please.
Roy said crack is whack. Okay, I'm not doing what he's on. That's cheap.
Clearly, because he all twitching in the. I said, oh Lord.
Honestly, standing up like, oh Lord, you better be in the corner in a minute.
So he's like, oh, somebody pure on her. She was a good woman. And he doesn't want the club, but he said he doesn't own the building and they won't let him look at the books. But she says she can get him in there. So Varney, he's ready to go, child. Mallory wants to hang back. Now we know why Mallory wants to hang back. Varney don't know why Mallory wants to hang back. He's like, look around. It's the bewitching hour. The club don't turn into a whole doggone orgy. So she's like, all right, go get the car. So the little Latin man, he says he outside talking about he needs his help, child. I said, Varney, you doing a lot. So he said for him and his sister. So he gives Varney his number. Varney peeps the guys going to get the car. No, he peeps that the guy going to get the car was Andy, who was at Charles's house robbing him. So Traxton's like, he's driving Mallory. So he asked him what his name is. His name Andy Mendelsohn. I said, what in the... Whatever. So Roy, he in the back. He deep as some stripper. When Felicia rolls up and knock him out the stuff and gets old girl out of the way. Talking about that's her man. So she starts getting some. And up walks Mallory. She got them hands for Felicia. That's what we see up here. I got the little pal. And that was the end of the episode, child. Now, Shani, you said you was going to have something to say about it when we was talking about Felicia talking to Mallory and Mallory playing the long game that wasn't quite so long.
Because, and they say in the comments, it's like, I think she would have kept playing a long game. But the fact that Roy is out there, even though it's just you out here in the back of the strip club, it's still public humiliation. She don't like that. Like, that is her number. That's her only thing that this takes her there. Like, she can't take the public. Anybody can have a phone at any given moment and see that she out there with her husband acting a fool. Like, you sloppy. you supposed to be down. I think somebody said it earlier. Who said it? Yeah, like Kendall said, he's supposed to be discreet at least. Yes. He knows he's cheating, but to be out here in the open in a parking lot, embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Oh no!
She did warn him. Listen, I feel her. That public embarrassing is a mother. Let me be
Mm-hmm.
embarrassed behind closed doors. Thank you.
Right. And why you say that to Marcus? I get my personality from Mallory. I don't know. I wouldn't be with a person like that. But
I don't
yeah,
know where he
don't
got that from, but
back
okay.
shame. You got a little shame. You can't just be doing whatever. Like I ain't gonna let it go behind closed doors, but you ain't gonna be definitely ain't doing it in the public either.
Child. And it looks like from what we saw, he kind of started out okay. Like at least you was at the hotel and you was trying to be discreet and you was kind of having them delivered to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow you lost the plot. And she told you, I told you, ho. She told you before, don't do it.
Right.
And you
And
did it.
he touched on it later as to why. His explanation as to why he just stopped caring made no sense. But he's on that stuff. And you can't reason with an addict sometimes. They just he's not in a right frame of mind.
Yeah. He
Okay.
definitely was. Definitely was
Go on to
tweaking.
episode 11.
Yeah, Shannon gets the best two episodes, the better of the two episodes. I got the mic drop with Olivia and
Yeah, we had
Mallory putting their hands.
and I was drinking my strawberry margarita. I should have waited. But whatever. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Episode 11. So we picked the episode back off. We're continuing with Mallory beating Felicia up, even though she tried to sneak Felicia. So it wasn't really fair because she tried to sneak her. But I digress. Security breaks it up. Rory stays back with the stripper. That's where he lost me. Like, okay, at the end of the day, that's still your wife. You can't stay back with the stripper. Like, you have lost the plot. Especially because we know Mallory doesn't like being embarrassed. And then we see Norman. He pulls up on Jules at the hospital. He's showing very little inauthentic compassion. Like, okay, he asking about the son, but then he starts talking about his wife. It ain't about you and your wife, sir. We don't get like, I mean, our condolences, but we said that when she passed. It's Jules' time right now, and Jules don't want to hear it. Now he does briefly fill him in that something went on between Roy and Mallory at the club, but Jules don't really care because why would he care? His son is on life support. And you can see it in Jules' eyes. Like he like, listen, this family, all this can wait. Cause now when something's going on with me and my son, y'all really don't care. Jenna said Jules is so cute too. Okay, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Listen. Kira, I don't know if Kira's back if she has any thoughts. If not, I will move on. Oh, okay. No.
Thoughts on what? On Jules being pissed off at the
Jules and
Belleries?
Norman coming in there pulling up on Jules, or Mallory beating up Felicia, and
Well,
then
I was going to say
Rory
Mallory
going
sneaking
with Felicia.
Felicia. Listen, Mallory's better than me because I don't even know if I would let you get outside and watch him be waist deep in it before I start the swinging. So I mean,
Yeah.
okay, girl, okay. I guess she just wanted to see if he was really like, is this fool really going to be up in here having it with this woman? And he really was. So
She should have known. But
I
Felicia was
ain't
supposed to let
mad
her
for
know when
nothing.
he came. She wasn't supposed to be knee deep in it. Well, first of all, he was back there with somebody else. She had to go get him. I'm like, he cheating on Felicia and
Well,
his wife.
no, she said she came back there for somebody else and found him back there. So she got an attitude. I said, Felicia, please.
Yeah.
Felicia, please. It is what it is.
All of y'all are just a mess. And then for Mallory, it's like, wait a minute. You cheat on him too if somebody give you the time of day. You won't leave these drivers alone.
Well, that's another part of it. But
Okay.
I
Anywho.
mean, at what point do you say enough is enough? And I'm gonna just go act the fool too because
Yeah, because I feel like if we're
it's
in it for
Roy.
shares, it's open. Like, I don't care. But I think she was kind of at that place. Like, okay, well, just be respectful. But now
Yeah,
he's disrespectful. But
now
they
he
should
being
have some
sloppy.
boundaries. He won't go for it though. She was like, let's be open. I do me, you do you. He wouldn't go for it either though.
Nope,
Not. Because
not
he
at
can't
all.
take it. He can dish it, but he can't take it either. That's why I see how they got together. Because they're very similar.
Okay, they are. And if I was Jules, I can't stand Jules for nothing, but I would be upset too if I gave the family my all and y'all couldn't act like y'all gave at least a little bit of a care that my son is, my son is, well, he
Life
ain't dead at this
support?
point. My son is dead because all
Right.
Norman said was, my wife is dead. My wife is Norman. Please, my wife is dead.
But then
So,
again, Jules should have known because when his wife was on life support, nobody cared. So even though this is a
yeah.
19, because I still be 18, I think the boy was 19, it's a 19-year-old kid. But they don't
Hmm.
care about nobody but themselves and them shares. That's it.
That's true. Very
Felicia
true.
threw some out the way, and then Felicia got Felicia got the little two piece from Mallory.
Baby, that's why she got what she got, because not I done pulled you off of him. They done made me go on about my way. And he's talking about he not done with her. Excuse
Right.
me? Okay,
That
so
was
you
the
got
main
a
thing. I
death
was
wish.
like, I said, oh.
The
And for Mallory to be like,
disrespect.
oh, she don't to act like she don't really care, it's the principal. She cares.
She do.
She cares.
She
And why
do.
wouldn't you? Because at the end, they're still my husband. Like, come on now.
Right.
Agree to me, get
That's
disrespect.
why when
Like,
she was in the back talking about, oh, you don't
especially
mind, like that's your husband, you don't care. I was like, you can listen to what that lady is saying, but you best not believe her, child.
Mhm. Disrespectful. Because I mean, for you to be like, oh, I'm so you standing over there with the stripper. Jules worked with his family long enough to know they care about their money and lifestyle, and that's all Jules cared about until something happened, and now you want
So something
empathy.
happens.
We still don't
Oh,
care. Like whether something happened to you or not, we don't care. And Norman, like, wait a minute, I want to talk about my wife some more. Your wife been dead, but whatever.
she been gone, child. We done moved on from that lady.
Horace is
Oh,
nasty too. Ooh, wait a minute. We didn't see Horace with anybody though. Technically, we never saw Horace with nobody.
technically,
I
we
mean,
have
he
not
got two
seen
kids. That's the only reason why
any.
we have evidence of him being with anybody,
Exactly.
and that's questionable. So Olivia is at home getting a little drinky drink when she noticed some gangsters just sitting in her living room. How she didn't see them just sitting there, I don't know because the light was on, but okay. Then she says
Room full of folks.
she told him whoever he is, I guess we're gonna find out season 3, that she was gonna get the money. And the one who's running the show, the leader, said you were supposed to have the money today. That lady looked like a villain on a superhero movie. Like she looked like, I don't know if it was the hair. Hey twin. I don't know if it was the hair or what's going on, but she looked like a villain on a superhero movie. But Blondie was like, you know what? I was trying to be nice to you, getting smart with me. I'm gonna take one of your legs. Now I thought she was gonna take the whole leg off. I was like, oh Lord, she's gonna be wheelchair bound, but she just took a
I did
sledgehammer.
too. I thought she was gonna pull
Oh.
a Charles.
Yeah, I was like, oh Lord, no
Wasted.
leg. At least it wasn't a driving leg, but still. She just broke the leg, but you know, it was looking because she was like, I'm gonna work my way up. Like, oh Lord, I ain't never had a broken bone. I don't know. Now Olivia promised the money by Friday. I don't know why she made any promises because Charles said he don't got it. So we see Varney is talking to Mallory, or he's taking Mallory home, and she's having a meltdown in the car. She's pretending like she's not hurt. Varney tells her that he delayed the will just for a day to appease Roy. Why? Nobody knows. Like, listen, you might as well come out the closet. The closet is made of glass anyway. Like, I'm sick of this. But and even Mallory's like, you have to send the will. Like, you can't do this. Like, come on now. It was just very stupid. But Barney asked if Mallory ever loved Roy. She said no. He's weak. He's powerless. And she only married him for survival. I think she married him for survival, but they've been together since what, teenage years. I think
Yeah,
at
they
one
were
point
like
she
at
did
least
love him.
college.
Yeah, I thought they was
Hmm.
like, I thought it was teenagers. So I feel like at one point I think she did. And it's the principle. Like, you my husband. I've been here with you helping the business get back on track and everything else and dealing with you and your ways. So I think she did love him at one point. It's
Hmm.
easy.
Being in love on the secretary, it'll get to you, child.
Yeah. I mean, I do think she married him for survival too.
Yeah, that's how.
But I
Yeah,
also
she
think
did.
that she did care at
But
one
you
point.
saying all this behind the tears, ma'am? Like
Right.
you're
You don't hear to sweat it out
it's,
your leave out.
it's what?
Because if you didn't care, you'd have been like, "Oh, is that him over there?" Well, child, let me take my man and go on somewhere. You wouldn't care. You wouldn't sit here be beating up nobody in the back parking lot in the alleyways. You wouldn't even do all that.
Nope.
Oh, did we pull up? Jalen made a comment about Angel.
I started for later for the end. I put it up there real quick though. But yes, he is getting backlash. I figured we talk about that at the end.
Oh, did that comment you made before was that earlier? I'm just not seeing it in
With
the
this
private
one?
chat. The private
Oh
chat.
yeah, that was earlier. That was earlier.
Oh, okay. So Kimmy and Simone, or no, not Simone. I can't read my own handwriting. Sorry, y'all. Kimmy called someone. Jules unexpectedly answered. I think she was trying to call Barney. I don't know who she was trying to call, but she was trying to call somebody, and Jules answered. And he's asking her what happened to his son, and saying she doesn't have any empathy. Like, why would she have empathy? You didn't have no empathy when you took her and trafficked her, but okay. He lies and says that he saw everything on camera and that Alex told him that she did it. And I don't know how I feel about Alex right now. I mean, so far we haven't seen him being disloyal, but I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't trust nobody. But I'm glad she didn't believe him. Kimmy goes into Sylvie's room. She checks on Sylvie. It looked like a clear wig plopped up on a pillow to me, but okay, it was nighttime, so I guess she thought she was asleep. She ain't pulled back the cover, make sure she was breathing or nothing. She was like, oh, she's asleep, and went on about her day.
I thought she was gonna figure it out. I thought she was gonna figure it out then. Like we've
Yeah,
seen
I was like,
too many shows. You got to pull back the covers. You got to.
when you don't see no face, hear no breathing, like you just see some tousled hair, and you okay. But she's like, oh well, she's asleep, and she called Rain in the same room. We don't see no Sylvie ain't moving underneath the bed, nothing. But she called Rain, who's waiting on
Ain't
Alex.
sigh, shush, snore,
Nothing.
nothing.
Take a deep breath, nothing.
Mm-mm.
But Rain, she waiting on Alex to get her from the club. Angel don't want to leave. He's living his best life. For some people who's been in the clubs working, they sure can't stay away. But Kimmy asks Rain if she trusts Alex, and basically she does. But none of them should trust each other, and that's on that. Any thoughts on Kimmy and talking to Jules and talking to Rain?
Mm, no, no, not really. Because I mean, honestly, Kimmy really just finding out everything. So she really didn't know that that boy was his son until she got there and he was splattered out on the floor. And so, what's she gonna do? I mean, even if she says that, like, yeah, well, I just figured it out. But, hmm,
Well, I agree with Kendall. I mean, Alex definitely playing both sides. He has to play the side with Jules, so we
right,
know that. And I mean, his reasoning for wanting to link up with them, he wants to get out too. Of course, he wants to get out.
right.
Like y'all are all victims. Only Traxon and Felicia don't seem to understand
That's the only two
it.
that is ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it.
Always a
That's the
few
only.
who they love the lifestyle. Like y'all didn't apply for this job. I don't know, but okay.
I was surprised Traxton didn't get into his feelings about the whole Felicia thing when Mallory's over there because I'm like, ain't he sleeping with Felicia too? But I guess
Yeah, I think he's so like deep into this game that he's just like, oh, it's part of the game. Like he don't even think
okay.
nothing of it. Like he is so brainwashed. I wonder how long Jules has had him. He must have had him for a minute that he got his mind. Like, cause it's like it's way more of y'all victims than it is of Jules.
Yes.
Y'all would have been if y'all just went to prison, y'all would have been out by now. By the time y'all
Yep.
got done working for Jules, this don't even make sense. But
They didn't know that. I mean, nobody wants to go to jail, and then I don't think he hit them till once they took the agreement that they was gonna owe him $500 million. You know what I'm saying? It's like you make up these wild numbers after the fact. Because had you told me that, I'd be like, I'll just take to jail. Like I don't ever want to go to jail, but I'm gonna do 2 years over you telling me I'm gonna be indebted to you for the rest of my life. So
because he'd be like, never mind, just put me in jail. It's too late now.
yeah,
It's too late.
and then
But I
all the
would have
other
tried to
extra
make a
stuff that
run
goes
for
with
it.
it.
I would have got a few like, look, it's more of us than them. But that's how they kept slaves for 400 years. But I digress.
Okay, all right.
My manipulation is something. He always gets them young. So that's how he gets them young and naive. Horace sees dummy Angel popping bottles on in the club on live. Like you one thing to be popping bottles, but why you got your camera on? Turn your camera off. He cancels his card like he should have been done. He let Angel go for a minute. He let Angel go for a minute before he finally cut that card. Um, but his pressure is rising, and the doctor is like, "Look, you need to calm down if you want to live." Because he calling Angel ain't answering. Listen, Angel couldn't care less. Okay, he is not worried about you, and Horace knows it. So after Alex picks Rain up, they have a little chit chat about nothing outside. He taking her to the Waffle House or something. Angel's crazy baby mama shows up. her friend had called her and said Angel in the club, he spent almost 40 racks on some bottles and he should be giving you money for rent. She wasted no time getting up there. I said, where is that baby? We saw that baby one time, maybe twice, and we never saw that child again. Like, she can just get up in the middle of the night. It don't matter what time of day. She's always readily available to get up and go find Angel. It
I
don't
mean, in
matter.
his defense, he tried to get them out of there after they thought he was going on to glory, and he wasn't. And then she didn't go. Then didn't he try to give her money before, and she didn't want to?
Several
So
times.
what are we doing
Several
here?
times he has come to her.
And
She
Lord knows I can't stand Angel, so there's
right,
that. But I'd have
right.
been like, thank you, now get out.
Right. She's tried. She literally this dumb. I see how he was with her because she starts cussing him out, saying he needs to give her money for rent and food. When he tried to give her the money. She said, "I don't want your dirty money." She turned it away. He tried to give her money before. He tried to come up there several times. He tried to tell her what was going on. Okay, that's it. Horace getting annoyed with Angel. See that right there? That's what happens when you let the. But Horace didn't get any of that, so I don't know. But Angel has tried.
I was pointing at Kendall saying I thought she didn't want his money. Yep, that's what
She said literally told him he let the money. She said take the money. What else is he supposed to do? He tried to tell her what was going on multiple times. He tried to tell her when he was in danger. He came and told her so many times. She tried to hit him with a bottle. She got escorted out. She is a bird. So Varney meets with Papi Chulo, since we don't know his name, at the diner. After Papi Chulo stops flirting with Varney and gets to the point, he tells him that him and his sister need help. And he tells him everything, about the charges, about the man trafficking, the sister being in a motel during the unaliving of Daga or Danger. But he name drops Jules, he name drops Rain, and now I'm worried because we really can't trust Varney. Like, Varney can't be trusted. Let's not forget we tried to escort Kimmy to the waiting room before she got legally married.
Baby, listen.
More thoughts on the baby mama with Angel or Papi Chulo?
No thoughts on the baby mama. She's just. I mean, Angel. I guess he could have left the money in another room, but she wasn't trying to take it. So I can't. Like I said, I can't stand Angel. So I'm not definitely not trying to defend him. But ma'am, what exactly are you upset about?
Right.
Ask for the money. There's that. As for this,
a friend said something.
Yeah. He was telling Varney a little bit too much, and I was like, how did he gather all of this information? Because it seems like a lot of them. Well, maybe not. Maybe it didn't take them that long to figure it out. They were just scared to say. Because I remember it took forever in season 1 for Kimmy to even articulate to Horace what had happened. I'm like, girl, just freaking spit it out. But I got why she was scared, because she thought he was involved because he was part of the family. But
right,
Papi said, this, and this person and that person. And I was like, well, I mean.
Because Papi Chulo is a little new and Varney's a lawyer. So all he knows is he's a lawyer. He can help us.
Right. Or so he thinks.
Right. He don't know that he's working with the family. But Varney trying to free himself at this point. He's tired of Charles. So the one thing holding him, he over it. So Roy brings Felicia to his home. I'm like, what is going on? What is this about? Because I was like, he must be high. He clearly has lost his mind. And he's showing her around room to room. They don't even see Mallory smoking a cigarette on the steps. Like, what's okay? But they go to the bedroom.
I thought she was another whole part of the house. The way they was walking through there, I'm like,
right. She was literally sitting right there. Like, y'all don't smell the cigarette at least? Okay. So they go to the room where Mallory sleeps, mind you. And let's not forget, Mallory said in season 1, her and Roy even still sleep in the same room together because she doesn't want the housekeepers to know that they are having issues. That's how serious she is about the disrespect. So for you to be doing this is just crazy. So Mallory, they go into the room. Felicia twerking. Mind you, she ain't showered all day. Got the same clothes on. They just dirty, sweaty, twerking on the bed. And Mallory locks them in And then she puts a tennis racket on the gas pedal, rams her car through the bedroom, and the bedroom catches on fire. Then she goes back in the house and she's sitting in the living room talking trash while the house is burning down. I was
Now
like,
that part took me out, child. You
like,
ever heard of smoke inhalation, ma'am? Yeah, he did
okay.
try to put Felicia's ass in the trunk. That was hysterical.
That was crazy because I'm like, she was like, dang, can the HO get in the front seat? Like, no.
And he was like, all right. I said, oh, no.
Right, like,
Yeah. He earned everything because what were you mad about? I'm confused. Like,
right,
you was waist deep in somebody else. You didn't think she was going to be mad. Like, she hadn't done nothing to you at that point. Like, it just
exactly.
was dumb.
Because for him to be like, oh, she tried to unalive me, like, listen,
After
you
what?
bought somebody right, like you telling the end, but start from point A till we
All
get to
right.
point. Like, I don't know how that lock and all that stuff was even available for her to even do that. I would have been watching them scream
Uh,
outside if nothing else. I mean, I know it's waiting to Excel 2.0, but I'm not sitting in the house burning down with y'all.
no, have we never watched This Is Us? Poor Jack done ran in there to save, the animals, and he done died of smoke inhalation. And you gonna sit there and smoke a cigarette, ma'am?
I was
Please,
like, this don't even make sense because ain't no way y'all
please.
survive this. All that smoke.
I'd
And
have pulled
only
one of them. I'd have
arm was
pulled one of
messed
them
up.
cars out and watched from outside. I'd have been in the car smoking.
Then all the only thing that I messed up was the bedroom. That thing was on fire for a minute, but okay. But we get to episode 12. Horace has the club pow pow, and his hitter hands his phone to Angel, and Horace asks Angel if he think he's something to play with. Because what you think this is? You spending the money I gave you on women in the club. I said, now Horace getting jealous. Now Angel has been doing the most. His character. I don't know what else we can do with his character. Like I don't think we can do nothing else with his character. But
It's time to go.
yes, I mean, unless he get a job with the company, I don't really see. But Horace told Angel that he can. He was like, "Look, I can get more of you," and he got 36 minutes to get back to the house. So he calls Rain and Alice, and Rain was like, we almost at the house," but they turn around to come get him because the baby mama vandalized one of Horace's cars that he wasn't supposed to be driving to begin with, and that's what she always do. So he should have known. I don't know how she even knew it was the car he drove in, but you know.
I don't know that either. Why not? At that point, why not just drive it home vandalized? Why just leave it sitting there?
I don't even know if it was drivable. I don't think it was drivable.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. I thought that was the next day.
I think it was that
But I
day.
guess not.
The thing he went
Okay.
into it wasn't drivable. He called Rain, and he better be glad that Alex was available to get him. And Alex is trying to put two and two together because he like, what's going on with this Angel Horse thing? Like, what's going on? Like, it's very obvious, sir. You know what's going on. He was like, oh, okay, he's jealous. Yes, he's jealous. And then Barney brings Papi Chulo to his place. I was tired of him acting like he wasn't interested. It was going to, but it. I don't know why he didn't bring him to a hotel. You don't know him like that. And they start getting intimate, but Charles is sitting there waiting for Barney on the bed. It's funny to see it the opposite. It's always Barney waiting for Charles. So now we've seen it the other way around. Tyler Perry was having his ultimate fantasies in this scene because I'm like, this is a little much for me. Did we need to see Barney picking him up? I mean,
They said you gonna see the cakes and everything, okay?
we
Be
didn't see
lucky
all
you
this
didn't.
going on with trade people.
I was gonna
So
say, be
like, what
lucky
does
you
this
didn't
have to
see
do with
more
the
than that, okay?
story? This has nothing to do with the actual storyline.
At all.
Like I could have gone my whole life. But okay, I'm like Tyler Perry just want to have his wild fantasies on screen again. But Charles was like, and why is he here? So Barney finally finds his backbone and tells Charles to leave. And then Olivia, the scammer, called Charles for help. I'm like, dang, how long she been sitting there with that broke leg? But Charles has to leave to go help his mama because Barney literally picked him up and put him out. Thoughts on
He
Charles?
said you not. He said you're not gonna go with me. He was like, "That's your mama." And she calls you. I said, "Come on, Barney,
Hey, he like, you don't have no
buy you a little bit of backbone."
finally. And he's like, you don't care about my mama? What? Why would I?
For what? Olivia's a
Olivia
hell
wouldn't
on
care about
wheels.
him.
Nope. I was wondering how long she was sitting there too, and I was like, "But ugh,
I know it's the same
ugh."
night. Dang
To
on,
have
like
to get up with that leg like that to get to the phone. Nah.
she was better off
If
calling
she
nine
had
one
the phone in her pocket.
one.
But how's
Yeah,
she gonna say she fell and she in the chair?
maybe she pulled herself up. I don't know. It ain't. It don't gotta make sense. We just need to get to the hospital. So Alex is driving down the private road where he sees Mallory and Roy's house on fire, and Angel was panicking like, "Don't stop! I got 2 minutes to get to the house, please." But Alex wants to be a superhero, so he get out and Angel just pulls off. We take the car and speed off because he got to get to the house. He don't care about them, so getting choked up with smoke. Miraculously, Alex is able to save everybody, all three of them. I said this scene is so exaggerated because
Right.
ain't
And
no
then
way.
Mallory's ass was trying to go back in the house. And Rain was like, I'm not saving no rich people. You don't take your ass back in there, I'm not gonna stop you. I said, thank you,
Right.
because no.
I was talking about watch her. Like y'all need to stop telling grown people to watch other grown people, and please,
Wasn't no
Felicia.
car to put her in because what's the name then drove off. What am I watch her do?
Right. I don't even know how they got back to the house. But I'm like, Felicia been screaming for
I don't
20
know either.
minutes. There is no way. No way. But they somehow get back to the mansion, and Angel is in there begging Horace to answer like a little biatch. And then Rain fills Kimmy in on the fire, and Felicia, being in the burning house. It was like, not Felicia being in the house. And I just want Horace to cut Angel off for good. Angel thinks Horace wants to unalive him. And it's like, Angel, you don't want to
He
unalive
should.
him.
Shit.
Right. I think he's gonna cut you off if he had sense. I don't know what he sees in Angel. I don't see it.
I don't either.
See, any more
I
thoughts
was
on
gonna say, I guess him and Norman both liked them a little light Latina woman. Oh, actually, no, I don't think that woman was Latina. I don't know what she was. She was light.
I think she was like,
Okay, she was. I was gonna say Norman's wife. Maybe that he,
they said that's
because
how Horace liked
I don't see nothing about Angel that's
But
giving
then
me
Barney
anything.
like him too. Like, okay. Okay. Like, all y'all like the same type of man or woman.
Look, I guess they the preference even in the men, huh? I guess.
Well, they did say that that's a real thing. So
I
Tyler
don't
Perry,
know, and I don't know. Now that you said that, I don't know how they got home. Maybe they called the car or something, child,
yeah, they must have called the other
or
one.
sent Whitman to come get them because
Yeah.
Angel's ass wasn't leaving that house. I was cracking up when they was in there making fun of him, and Kimmy was like, "Cause your voice is shaking like a billy goat." I said, "And is."
Okay, he over there sounding like Candy Burris. Like, dang, I ain't never seen so much begging and pleading. It's giving Jodeci. Like, wow, you
It was
begging?
good to see Kimmy have a moment of laughter because she didn't have to be a hard. She was nervous. Now she's a hard ass. She ain't had no joy and no laughter hardly. So I was
I
like,
don't
come
think
on
Kimmy
now.
laughed at all ever.
Mm-mm.
Ain't nothing
So I
funny.
was glad that Angel's old raggedy ass could give her that.
It's so funny because it's like Kimmy's the wife and she has it like not the easiest, but because she don't have to do nothing. It's like I
Right.
just get the benefit.
Well, she got to do something. She ain't got to do nothing physically.
Yeah, she got to be the
Yeah, she
face,
got to work.
but she don't have to do nothing with
Oh,
Horace.
she was Asian.
Uh, did we see her? I only seen her mangled up. How do we
You
know?
seen her mangle? She said Olivia was mocking her how she talked.
She did mock her, but it didn't sound Asian. Like, I thought she was just mocking her. That could have been anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Seen
don't
her
remember
make,
what
I don't know what
the
that could have been literally anything. Literally. But Charles gets his mother to the hospital, and Olivia immediately starts cussing at the RN who works there. She's the only nurse who clearly works in the hospital, no matter the shift. We ain't seen no other nurses, but because she like, look, do you have an MD behind your name? She's like, I'm an RN, like you an elemental P. Like, give me a doctor. I don't care, Indian, white. I don't really matter. I need a doctor for my leg. So they take her back, but Charles has all her stuff, and her phone is going off, and he sees a text about her debts. And I was like, oh, I want him so bad to find out that his mama set him up. Like, even though it's a shame, but I just needed him to know. And then we see Mallory is at Alex's place, and of course she tries to sleep with him because we've heard it all before. She's done this before. Roy arrives, and Mallory tries to pop him, but she misses. And then she leaves, and Roy was like, now get your weave fixed. And she was like, it's not a weave. TP, I need you to stop because you've done this in other shows. That leave out is giving Kunta Kinte on the top and then Silky Smooth
Ooh wee.
at the bottom. We don't have to do this. Like it's like it's quite unnecessary.
I cannot.
I don't know what it did. It didn't even have nothing to do with anything.
I know I'm getting tired of them talking to. I don't want to call them to help, but just anybody that they don't feel like is at their level. Like, why she have to talk to the lady in the hospital like that? Y'all got to stop talking to the people in the service industry and stuff like that. You know, don't do that. They be
Exactly.
pissing me off in the show with that.
Exactly. Especially people, especially like Angel. Angel gets on my nerves most. Right. Because it's like y'all are
Yeah,
not far removed from being lower on the totem pole than them.
2 seconds,
And
literally.
then you talking to James and everybody else this way. Like, stop using the N word when you're talking to this man and all that. It's so
Yeah,
disrespectful.
that was aggravating me with Angel too.
I don't have no home training, no nothing.
Angel, Olivia Roy, and I don't know if that was the first part of this season or season one when he was yelling at the chef or whatever. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? These people are cooking your food, taking care of you. That's how you talk to people? No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
They're going to make him whistle in a minute because they're going to be in the food.
Uh-uh.
Ugh. So some morning after, and James he was high key judging judging Kimmy for not knowing how to use proper etiquette with her cutlery, and then she tried to check him, and then she calls Varney to check him because he ain't answer her calls, and she's like, if it was Horace, would you have answered the calls? And he was like, yeah, he wouldn't have to wait, and she was like, okay, so show me the same courtesy. And
Okay.
Barney and Papi Chulo plan to meet later on with his sister, and then Barney kicks him out. Yeah, don't disrespect nobody who cook your food or any. I don't really matter. It don't really matter what they doing. Like, why are you disrespecting people? Like they. But that's how. I mean, I guess they see everybody else doing it, and it's like a little power trip. It's a little power trip. I don't like Angel saying the N word anyway. He says
No, at
like it
all.
really
He
rough,
be on it.
right? Like you ain't giving Afro nothing. But okay. So Norman pops up in Olivia's room in the hospital. He always visiting somebody in the hospital. I don't know who be calling him to tell him who in the hospital, but he knows that she has a gambling debt. He called her out for it before, and he offers to help her, but she don't trust him because she shouldn't. And she like, whoever you know, I know.
Nope.
And he informs her that the side hustles are gone. Kimmy did what she said she was going to do. Any thoughts on James and judging Kimmy or Varney not answering her calls or Norman popping up on Olivia?
I mean, look, he said he was trying to help. He said he was trying to help, and poor Butler James, because they've been aggravating. I'm with Tamika. He should have said "f y'all." They've been aggravating poor Butler James since they got here. He's used to Horace. Horace looked like he talked to him right, he treated him right, and he don't have none of them problems. Now he got all these young folks in here acting crazy and talking crazy, and it's probably too much for him. Olivia shouldn't trust Norman, but
Right.
here
James
we
used to
are.
F y'all under his breath, but and I'm like, where did they get James from? I know I feel like Jules probably went and got James too at this point.
I thought James was the one that was getting part in the first part of the season two was giving him the history of the estate. So I thought he had been with the family long term. I didn't think he was a Jules plant, but
He
I
did
could be
give them
wrong,
the
child.
history, but I didn't know. Like, I feel like, are you giving them the history because that's your job to know the history? Or are you giving them the history because you like? I feel like okay, you just are supposed to know that because that's your job.
Right.
But I don't because I feel like
Could
I think
be.
everybody come from Jules. I even thought Mallory came from Jules until she finally gave a little background.
Child.
Because now I don't trust it. I feel like what all the other staff and maybe the younger staff is coming from Jules, but it's like, well,
Yeah, probably with the younger staff. I just feel like maybe he's the only one that I would think maybe wouldn't have. The younger folks definitely have a debate, y'all.
yeah, the younger one they don't even question. They just be like, oh, Jules found somebody new. Like I don't even.
Because we don't even know how long they've been. Well, maybe they said it and I forgot how long Jules has been doing this crap.
Yeah, because I mean, Jules been with them for a minute, but yeah, because I'm like, okay, the father had the will. I mean,
Yeah, and I thought Jules was in the will, which I didn't understand. I'm like, is he somebody's son that we don't know about?
right. I thought Jules was in the will too.
That's
Yeah,
what they told us. I thought maybe that was season one. I'm getting them
one,
conflated
or
because
maybe
of the
first half
two
of
parts.
season two. They definitely did say he was in the will.
I could have
So
sworn because I was wondering how he got in there.
yeah, I don't know because
Yeah, I
we
think so
don't know.
too,
They should
Tamika.
have gave us, or they can still give us a little bit more background because it's like, how long has Jules been there since he's in the will? And if the father made the will, then that must mean you've been with them for a long time. But I don't know why anybody trusts Jules anyway.
I was gonna say how long the father been gone. We answers
Right.
we need to know. It's just that
I
if
would,
you can show Barney and old light boy, you can give us a couple seconds of dialogue. It's okay.
right. We don't need to be having 20 minutes of him picking them up in the air. I want to find out the background. Like, cause some of these other scenes, Tyler Perry want to have your fantasies. Don't you got all the Queens men for this? Like, I
Mm,
want the background. Like,
ruthless.
we need to know. Like, helps put the pieces together. It makes it make sense for us. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right,
Instead
well,
of this repetitive dialogue and stuff that we keep going through over and over again, just sprinkle, just give us a little sprinkle of freshness in there every now and again.
Kimmy been talking about where's my sister for a whole season. We could have been found out how Jules got into
Where's my sister? My wife is dead. Where's my sister? My wife is dead. We
the
went we went through that all the season.
but we don't know how long Jules been working with the family. That would help out a ton to figure out, well, who was old staff, who was there since the daddy before the daddy passed, and who's new staff. And why nobody's questioning where Jules is finding these people at. Ain't nobody interviewed nobody or nothing.
Child.
Yeah, Mallory. Boris found Mallory. I need more. I want to know at least more about Mallory's story, if nothing else. But um Norman pops up. Oh no, we already did that. Rain is going to meet with Delinda's son at a law firm. And Angel is still panicking about Horace as he's not answering his calls. He doesn't know, how to run game. He's telling Rain, like, I don't know how to run game on Horace. And Rain was like, well, you did it on us. And he was like, but I mean, y'all women, like, it's easy for me to run game on women. That's what I do. Like, y'all is just too easy to play, but I don't know how to do it with another man. So Horace called Angel and Angel's doing a horrible job of calming him down. He like, listen, he's trying to tell him like, oh, but you like me, and you can do whatever you want to me. And it's like Angel being gay for pay is crazy because at some point you just down low. But Rain leaves, and she tells Angel, watch Sylvie. And again, if Sylvie's 18, like you can't really stop Sylvie from doing anything. But the fact that they thought she was still asleep and didn't move, toss, nor turn in all this time is wild to me. So thoughts on
Didn't go to the bathroom, didn't come to get nothing to eat, just all day gone day, child.
didn't pull the cover down. Thoughts on Horace finally calling Angel?
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. I mean, he still had Angel shaking his boots, but he didn't do enough because Horace said I can have another you in a minute, okay?
Sure did.
So, but
I can have 20
I
of you.
needed him to do something else because at that point he didn't even know that card was turned off. But
Right.
I needed something else, Horace. It
And
was a good start, but I needed something else.
hey, it's like you ran up 39 racks. That was just that night. Like now all the money he spent is probably chump change to Horace. But it's like, why
I
did you
would
even
have. He wouldn't have been able to go to that club after he went out because we don't know how much he spent with the diamond jewelry
shopping
and the
spree?
labels. Exactly, he'd have been cut off after that. I'd have been
No
like,
more shopping sprees. No
or
more.
at least throw a limit on there, child. I'd have been like, he got another $5,000 to spend.
Look, cut him off. Cause Angel don't like you like that. I don't even know what
Don't
he gains from them. It's not companionship. It's not nothing. Like,
Angel
I
can
mean, we
definitely
kind of
go.
wanted. It was like, okay, now they could have spun this where Horace and him and Kimmy could have fell in love, but it's ruined with this whole Angel dynamic. So Barney calls
Horace
Mallory.
ain't even checking for Kimmy, child. He just
Or ain't. And
worried
I
about a
mean,
little light bright Angel.
if Kimmy was ever gonna fall for him, she can't now. I know you like my male friend. It's not gonna happen.
Well, I mean, they didn't do nothing yet.
The fact that you even want to do something with him, and that's how I even met you, is just. And now you getting jealous because he with women in the club. Like, Angel
I
don't
mean,
even.
it was jealous, but I think the bigger part was he was balling out online and spending all that man's money. I think the woman part just added another dynamic to it. But I was like,
Yeah, because the fact
yikes.
that it's like you're even because he mentioned it. So it's like it's bothering you.
Yeah. And when he was, we had the people spray up the club. He was like, "And get that woman away from you." I was like, "Not get that
Right.
woman away from you." Sheesh.
And Angel ain't got no pics. I'm like, I don't even know what his type is. Everybody he talked to look different. Angel's in the friend zone. Horace is in the friend zone for Angel.
Right. Exactly. He be talking
Barney,
a good game.
Barney calls Mallory to tell her that he needs to talk to her and lets her know that he thinks Kimmy and Rain may be victims, but it's not clicking for her yet. So Kimmy comes to the office. Jules is there, and he started to scold Kimmy at the office. And she's like, "What's going on with your son?" And he was like, "He's still on life support." And she's like, "Don't you need to get to your son on life support? Why are you in here so much? You want to see me?" Like, but Kimmy tells Mallory she wants to meet with her. And then she tells Mallory, like, "Okay, you know, I really want to dislike you, but you did put a lot of work into the company." And Mallory was like, "Well, you don't want to like me. I shouldn't like you. You are the one who slept with my husband. And I think you were the 74th woman, actually." And Kimmy was like, "I do not care." Okay. I didn't want to be with Roy anyway. I was forced to be with him, just like Felicia's forced to be with him. But I don't think Felicia's forced anymore. She's doing this on her own free will. But Mallory's still acting up too. So she's like, "What you mean forced? Like, girl, it's clear as day." And then Traxton tells Jules he's sitting outside a random motel. He said he got eyes on the sister who ran away. He knows she's in there. He's just waiting for her to come out. And uh, Jules learns that he has to take his son off life support because he's brain dead. I would have been like how Norma was, like, I need to get a second opinion. I'm not taking all word for it. I mean, we know what happened with Norma, but at least I feel like, okay, I did everything I
Yeah, for an 18, 19-year-old, we're going to let him sit for a minute. We're going to let him cook.
right. Like
Why it got to be today? Like, he just got here.
right. Like I'm not even if it ended the same way as Norman's wife, at least I feel comfortable that I got another opinion before I made the decision. And the
Ain't
fact that
called
he
his
made the
mama.
decision,
The mama
right,
ain't
the mama
here.
wasn't there. He mentioned his wife, nobody else is there. Like the fact that they didn't even think like, okay, you need to call the mom or nothing. He didn't call nobody.
I
He
think
didn't
the
tell
doctor said something, and he was just like,
yeah, make the decision like, okay, go ahead. But he called Traxton back after he heard the news, and Traxton was like, "Yeah, I think the young girl did it." And at first, I thought he was talking about the sister because I'm like, "What's she talking about?" But we see Sylvie back in the room, and they're crying, and I said, "This dummy." That's where episode 12 ends. Thoughts on Kimmy and Mallory talking, or Traxton and Jules and Sylvie being in the room?
well, we knew the Sylvie thing was coming. That was on Kimmy, because Kimmy could have found that out a lot earlier while we blaming everybody else. But Kimmy and Mallory about doggone time. And I think
Yeah,
Mallory didn't have that information, so she's just thinking she's a willing participant and messing with this lady husband, and she's like, no, because she didn't know about all the goings on. That's what Barney, I guess, is trying to share with her, but she didn't know any of that. So I'm glad that they're finally getting to have some type of conversation. But they had to drag it out because they really could have had the rest of that conversation right then and there instead of dragging it on to another episode. But
I'll
I'm
tell
like,
you later. Like, I'm like, why is everybody tiptoeing around the fact that y'all are victims?
right,
Why are we not telling and not sharing? Like, you're not
we
under
was
him
right
anymore,
there. Just go ahead and finish.
right? Because would anybody question it with all this proof in the club? It looks like a place where you could easily traffic people.
Baby,
So I
listen.
don't understand. Especially, it's like you think I wanted your husband. You claim you don't even want him. So why would you think
Now
that
the
I?
thing that be tripping me out is she done called that man impotent, said he need a pill, and Kimmy done said he couldn't get it up. Now all of a sudden he's doing
Right.
lines and he's a soldier for Felicia. What are we
Exactly.
what
I know Felicia is new and spunky and exciting, but he just can't keep
come
it
on,
down.
which is
He
it?
won't go down. He's always up for Felicia, please.
That's why I was like, I'm confusion. Which is that? Which is that?
Right. I mean, and maybe that does play a part. I give him a little bone. Like maybe it's because Felicia's acting interested because Kimmy did not act interested. Mallory don't act interested. So the fact that Felicia
Yeah.
is like, oh yeah, I wanted that's me and all this stuff, like he's like, oh,
I guess that will kind of give you a little rise, if you will. So,
mm.
okay.
And then with Traxton and him hanging outside, knowing I don't know how they found which motel she's in. How'd you feel about that?
Mm. Yeah, but I thought that that was what was keeping it down. Now all of a sudden it's up. I'm confused. I'm confused, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe ain't that many hotel motels because they were always at the other one. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Cause I'm like, okay, I knew she wouldn't get far without them finding out, but it's like, and I feel like that girl is shaky. She's the one to start talking. They done already name drop Rain anyway.
And this is the part that confused me, and I guess I got to go back and watch it. I thought that was her boyfriend
I thought it
in
was
the
they
in
had
the
kid, but
first part of season 2. Now it's your brother? I was like,
they never said who it was, but they had like kissed or
"Oh,
something,
okay.
which made
Okay.
me think that they were a couple. But then when he said, "Oh, that's my sister," like, oh, okay, because I thought it was her boyfriend at first too.
I thought they was a couple. I had no idea that they were siblings. So, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how he oh, okay, that's what she was saying. Yeah, I don't know. They writing the story all kinds of different ways. I'm gonna go with what Shayna said because he's giving her some interest because everybody else said it wasn't working, and I don't know how he knew she was over there, but I don't know why they think that girl will be capable of doing all of that with Dagger, or whatever. But oh, okay, I was like, huh. But yeah, let me go see some of these comments. What did you saying about Horace, Jalen? Hold on a second. There she go. She back. Horace better hide his face and go, a mess. I thought you like Horace. You just think Horace is fine. You don't like his
Oh,
character. Is that what's going on, Jalen?
hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Horace and Angel are friends with benefits. Lord. We ain't seen none of that. Yes, because I thought that was your boo thing. And oh, you know what we can address? Let's go back to your comment. I didn't mean to highlight that. That comment, I think that you made earlier about Mr. Angel. Yes, Angel is getting a lot of backlash because Angel got his butt on the interwebs and Tamika said, friends, no benefits. Got himself, hold on, let me put it back up here. That got himself on Beyonce's internet and said that the LGBT plus community is going to HE double hockey sticks. Now, I mean, I don't want to say in his defense because Lord only knows, but Angel basically said everybody was going to hell, child. Okay, he said that the community was going to hell. He said if you was drinking, you was going to hell. I mean, if you was committing any sins, according to Angel, you was going to hell. But yes, he did kind of start off with the community. So yeah, he's getting backlash for that. I didn't see the whole live. I just saw the little clip, and I was like, that's a stance to take considering the show that you're in and the character that you played. But oh, Tamika said now he's apologizing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
saw that he was apologizing. You know, Tyler
I
Perry
didn't
made that
see that
call.
part. Well,
You know, Tyler Perry made
nope,
that call.
he ain't got he. I mean, because why would you get up there? I mean, I guess that's his belief, and a lot of people, for some reason, still believe that way. Like church folks, I would think that that's still for like the older people, because to me, like the newer generation of church folks, I can't believe that y'all believe that. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, because he meant what he says. I don't know why he's apologizing. He was trying to keep his good little job. And honestly, after this season, he could really go because his character's been out of hand. So it's very
Yeah.
befitting that your character be out of hand, acting a fool, and then you over here making these comments. Because even if that's the way you feel, you don't have to get online and say everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to keep a certain job. Now, when the project has wrapped, if you want to say what you got to say, but while you're in the thick of it and you got one more season to
Yeah.
film, I would have kept it cute and be like, that's not for me to judge. That's not for me to say anything. That's between,
I still
God
wouldn't
and
have said anything because he had other roles
that's
with Tyler
true.
Perry. I mean, I feel like You know, it's me. I'm church folks. You know, I go to church every Sunday.
I
I ain't go
know.
to Sunday. I ain't go to
Uh-oh.
Sunday. I ain't go to Sunday. But yeah, people still, even the young ones, still have these same beliefs. I feel like
Um,
he's fine for having his beliefs. But yeah, I would have kept it cute, knowing that the job you're in. Like I know it was unprovoked. Nobody asked. Like, why did you feel the need to share this? Like, okay, have your beliefs. You fine to have your beliefs, and whatever
yeah.
outcome you get after you express your beliefs is the outcome you get.
Yeah. Yeah. People, I don't know how we haven't learned in 2026 that everything's not for the internet. And if you say it, somebody's going to hear it. And if it doesn't align with,
Right. Especially
I
knowing
mean, it
you
aligns
work.
with a,
It's Tyler.
I
So
mean, the
you work
crazy
for
thing
Tyler
though,
Perry.
yeah, but the crazy thing of it is though is Tyler Perry has a huge like church following. Like the church folks
Yeah.
love them some Tyler Perry. So it's kind of funny because some of his content is just this, and there is LGBTQ plus community involved in his show. So
Yeah. I think nowadays Tyler Perry is being more because Tyler Perry had a little down low issue. I don't know who he was fooling, but he had a little issue himself for not wanting to come out. And I'm like, people are in denial. Like now he's kind of
mhm,
coming slowly. Like it's weird. He's putting his wild fantasies in TV shows.
just put my little baby toe out there. Put it out there to see how y'all react to it.
Hmm.
Giving y'all history lessons and whatnot.
I'm like the character Angel. Like, hey, feel how you feel. But if you offend somebody, they have a right to feel offended too. So if they feel offended, you can't feel no kind of way, or you can't try to walk it back and say sorry. We
That's
don't
true
need
too.
his
Though he'll
character
mess around
anymore.
and get blackballed and yeah.
We don't need his character. I haven't seen him acting on anyone else's shows. I've only seen him acting on Tyler Perry shows.
He
So
was
to
that
mess
a
up a
Tyler, I
Tyler
saw
Perry
him in
bag,
something else. That was a Tyler Perry show too. The last thing I saw him in, I guess. I can't even
the
think.
last thing I saw him in was when he had them fake plaits. It was like a Medea
Yes.
something.
Oh, that's what it was.
So
I didn't look, whatever it was, I know I didn't watch it, child.
hmm.
I know I
Now
didn't
people
watch
do
it.
get upset because they like he's a pain and gay for pay character. It's a character. That's not him in real life. You got to separate the two. That's just a
Yeah.
character. But he didn't need to
I mean,
voice
because
his
you have
opinion.
some
It's
of
like you
them
don't got to say nothing.
like I believe Barney and Charles are gay
They are. Yeah, they are.
and then they
But
also
even
said,
Barney, even Charles. Charles is married. He's playing a hoe. So it's like these are just characters. People got to try to
yeah.
separate the art from the artist.
Because they said what's the name is too. Now I don't know that for sure because I haven't looked
Who?
into it. Andy. They say he's gay. I
And who's
haven't looked.
Andy?
The security guard and the one that was working with Olivia,
The security
Randy
guard working with
Mendelsohn.
Olivia?
That
The
stuck up Charles and
the
Barney, and then
short one?
Barney was, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
That's what I
Mm.
saw. Now, like I said,
I mean,
I
I wouldn't
don't
be
know
surprised.
if it's true or not, and it don't really matter. But I was like,
It
oh,
just didn't
okay.
make sense for
I guess
Angel to
I
come
gotta
out
go
like this.
look.
Yeah, but what I didn't understand Angel coming out of nowhere with it though. Like, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah,
Like, it was just kind of like,
I didn't know what the context of it because I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't have the context. I just heard
yeah,
him
I didn't see that.
start speaking maybe like like a minute before that. So I
Yeah,
was like, did somebody put something down in the comments? Because how did we get there?
right. Because it's like you just came out of nowhere. If somebody did put something down in the comments, he should at this point know. Like, you need a little PR
Ignore
training.
it. Hmm.
Don't respond. He could have just saw that and be like, "Oop, not touching this," and kept going.
Medea's destination wedding. Yeah, they don't get no PR training anymore. He was in a short BT Awards 2025. Yes, sir. You don't have a very long filmography, so yikes. I
Right.
hate that. I hate that for you. I hate that
Right,
you
because it's
did that.
over. Because I feel like Tyler Perry, if you're locked in with Tyler, if you're one of Tyler Perry's favorites, he's going to keep you employed.
Yep.
So
And
to
he's gonna
burn
pay
that
you well.
bridge, to burn
Hmm.
that bridge when because he already gave him another opportunity. So it's like, okay, obviously you're one of his favorites. To ruin that is crazy.
Lord have mercy. That's all the gossip that I see, and that's why I started and left it for the end, so we could get through the recap and talk about everything
Yeah,
else first, and then double back to
that is a
Mr.
hot topic.
Angel because
And he
yeah,
talked about it while the
as soon as
the
the season
episodes
dropped,
dropped. The episodes just dropped.
number
They
one
dropped
show on
today.
Netflix.
Tonight, you decide this is what I want to do. Why? Like I said, I feel like have your opinion.
Uh-uh.
Everybody's free to have their opinion, and people are free to be offended too.
There is always
So,
Kindles. There's always Tubi. Yeah, there's always Tubi. Let's hope he can.
um,
A lot of
if
people
Tuesday want
thrive
to touch it,
thrive over there. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people thrive over there. It's just a matter of who wants to work with you or not. That's burning bridges
yeah.
is not.
Because even if somebody, if you're working with somebody, they may even share the same beliefs. They might not want to touch that.
It's like what do they call it? Kitchen table talk. Like some stuff is just best left for that. Like you don't got to
Right.
get on the internet and say it. You might be your view, might be whatever, but you never know who you're gonna offend or what bridge you're gonna burn. So it's like,
Mhm. Especially knowing that you're working for Tyler Perry. Like, okay, at this point, like, come on. Are you trying to get fired? You want to be on the unemployment line in today's economy?
yep, and he does rehire people and pay people. People are always singing his praises with the amount that he pays. We see he has the same people and stuff over and over again. So,
Look at Tyler Lepley or whatever his name is.
ooh, yes.
He keep him in something.
Hmm. And he's been in other
Mm,
stuff too. Because some people they're like beholden, like you don't see them in nothing else but Tyler Perry stuff. But
yeah. Right. He was able to parlay and go up. I feel like Angel was the actor. He was just getting his start. Like we didn't know about him until this. So you're just
I
getting
didn't know who
started.
he
Like it was
was.
like so many opportunities to burn that bridge. Like I said, like if you feel that way, keep it to yourself. Everybody didn't need to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
Oh
people are like,
wow,
well, he
child.
mentioned other sin too, but it's like, the
He
damage was
did, and
already
that's why the only thing
done.
I was like, I felt like, did you include everything else because you realize saying that
Yeah.
was saying a lot because then you just was like, well, y'all all really going to hell because X, Y, and Z, and if you do this is a sin,
Yeah.
and then this is a sin, and then this is a sin. 'Cause it kind of was after the fact. It wasn't like he
Hmm.
led up to it with those. It was kind of like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, y'all going to hell, and then so are the rest of y'all. It was like, yeah, well,
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it was,
well,
yeah,
I'm
because it
sure
felt
you're
inauthentic to
you
me too.
too.
Like, you really was like honing in on that. And then when people were probably in the comments, like, what? Now it's like, oh, yeah, and
Not
everybody else too.
Angel.
Hmm. Everybody else is going too. Like, it's too late. The damage is already done. Damage
Mm-mm.
is done. Once you say it, you can't take it back. You are not
Not
Dr.
Aaron
Heavenly.
Rodgers. He tried. He
Right,
tried,
it's
and
like
you're
as
live.
fans are,
And I know
especially everybody's
somebody. Well, we
recording.
know somebody got it because we're watching it. Because I didn't see it live. I'm just seeing the clips. So
Right. I don't even know his name. I had no reason to want to follow this man. So
no,
now more people gonna hate
I
watch.
just looked it up now to see what roles he was in, and it wasn't much. His IMDb was very short. It's very
Right.
short.
This show and one other. Like, what are you
And they said he
thinking?
was in some short. I don't even know, had even heard of that. But shorts are short. Shorts are less than an hour. They're like 30, 40 minutes. So, or
Yeah.
20 to 40 minutes. So,
Right. The only person who saw that short was probably Tyler Perry.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
You
Your
really
man
just don't
has
bite the
been
hand that feeds you.
decided.
Especially because it's like you're gonna offend Tyler, your castmates who have to work with you. I mean, it's just a laundry list. Like it just
Yeah. I guess he cared not, child, because he was over there jabbing them drawers, child. I just,
I
okay.
mean, some people make it back from stuff like this, but he's too new
It
in the
takes, I
game.
was gonna say they're usually around for longer, and it takes time to work your way back. So it ain't like okay, a couple months from now, it might be next year. We don't even know. So
Right. It could be years.
it might be longer than that. We don't,
Right.
maybe look, maybe try to go do some plays or something, or like Kendall said, if you can even get to, because
Yeah. Because I mean, Tubi probably don't want to touch it.
Tubi said, no, 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 we got motion over here. We don't need that
Exactly. Like
stress over
nobody's
here.
saying anything negative about them, and it's like Tyler Perry already going through a lawsuit. And now you got one of your actors on one of your hit shows saying this, and he's like a character that's just irrelevant.
Very true, Kendall. You should not trust anyone with the last name Bellery. And some non Bellerys too, okay? Because we don't know about Alex or Angel.
Right.
Child.
Not you
If
can't trust Angel in real life.
Look, Kimmy about the only one I got, and maybe Rain. I don't even know. I don't even know. Anybody that's coming through on the replay, leave a comment, hashtag replay. Let us know your thoughts on episodes 9 through 12. We will be back next week to wrap up the last 4 and talk about it, y'all. And talk about it. It builds, okay? So, it was good, but it gets even better. And then they just leave us wanting more. And now we got to wait for season 3. And I guess that'll be probably sometime next year. But
maybe in the fall. I feel like we get it in the fall and then the next year.
oh yeah, we all the first part and then the second part in the spring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I don't know if they taped anything or not, but Tyler move quick though. He don't waste no time on no
We know he
taping.
films this in 1 week.
I was gonna say this is pretty good for 1 week considering some of his other stuff. The only issue I have with this is like some of the dialogue, and some of the stuff is quite foolish. But I mean,
yeah. But I mean, but he does have a lot of experienced actors on there, so he got some new. But the older ones are
Richard
very experienced.
Lawson,
Yeah, like it's like, come on now. He got some heavy hitters.
Olivia. I can't think of Olivia's name now. Debbie Morgan,
Debbie Morgan. I forgot her name,
Richard
but I mean, he's had
Lawson.
experience, so
Yes. Jules. I can't think of Jules's. I can't think of nobody real name.
I know.
He's been acting for a minute too. And they said Mallory's been in stuff. Now I'm not as familiar with her. And Taylor, I only know her from. I think she was in Snowfall.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
think she
watched
was in.
that. I think Mallory was in another Tyler Perry show, but I wasn't watching it when she was in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. I watch his movies. I usually don't watch his shows. Thank you, Kendall. Charles Malik. That's Jules.
But that just goes back to show Mallory was in something else that nobody was even watching. Tyler Perry saw enough of her to try to give her another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to burn no Tyler Perry bridge.
No, that's the one thing you don't want to do. Xavier Smalls is Angel. I know Varney been in a bunch of Tyler Perry stuff. Terrell Carter, but he also sings, right, Varney?
I think so. I thought he did plays or something at first.
Yeah, Richard Lawson. Yes, Terrell Carter.
Because we know Tyler Perry don't like that. He don't like to edit or nothing. He filmed one time and he just posted.
Stephen Norfleet, that's Charles. Brian Tanaka, Mariah's ex, is Officer Alex. Shannon Wallace, we've been seeing him in more stuff. That was Calvin. We ain't seen Calvin. I'm out.
And I'm like, what was Mariah doing with Alex? I ain't never seen him before.
Mind your business. She said, "Don't work." Wasn't he like her dancer? I think.
I'm like, I have never seen that man a day in my life, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah.
I think he was a dancer, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was her dancer. Y'all can chime in and let me know. I think that's what she was doing with him, and then she decided to expand his position. Okay, because yeah, American dancer and choreographer.
Okay. Well, better than Nick Cannon, so there's that.
Step Up Revolution.
And he was with her for 7 years. I'm like, 7 years? I've never heard of this man until now. Tyler Perry be finding them.
I didn't remember it being those 7 years, but
yeah, I just seen somewhere they said they was together for. They said they was together for 7. I'm like, 7 years. Who is this man? Never heard of this man before.
He's 42. Okay, he looks good for 42.
Yeah, he does look good.
Okay. I didn't know. All right. Well, yeah, better than Nick. And
because if he's 42, then the 7 years can track.
See, I was about to go on the whole Nick Cannon track. We're not gonna do it. Shayna, tell the people what you got going on your channel.
Wait a minute, because now I want to know what you was about to say about Nick Cannon.
I'll tell you backstage.
Because he looks young too for his age, even despite.
No, it's not his looks. Him not looking young. It's just his whole persona, personality, and how he even got here, child. Because yikes.
It's okay because Mariah Carey was the first.
he
Uh,
he should have done whatever the hell he could to try and keep that. But
he said he was
maybe
jealous.
I was gonna say maybe she didn't want to be kept. So who knows?
He
Maybe
said he was
maybe
jealous.
she
He felt
had
he
had
felt
enough.
inferior. That makes sense. You're with the Mariah Carey, and you just drumline.
She was Mariah Carey before you married her, sir. Please, you see what I'm saying? It just don't be so bright.
Right. But it's like it sounds good until you in it, and it's like, oh, that's Mariah Carey's husband, and now you feel inferior.
Womp womp. And at least he had some other things going on for himself because I thought at one point he owned like the whole Nickelodeon. But what do I know, child?
It never works though.
Okay,
Look at
maybe he didn't own it, but
Look at Todd Burns. They can't handle it long term.
I guess you got a point. But they said Todd was like, they be saying, "Oh, he from New York." I'm like, not too much on the New York bros, but they said Todd was a hustler. I said,
I
I
mean,
guess.
I feel like he said he was too, but can't even listen.
Well,
But as for me, I have to do my Bell Collect. I'm going to do Bell Collective, my review for that. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'll try to drop those tonight. We got Married to Medicine, the panel on Monique 69 Ways channel on Tuesday, and I'll do my pre-recorder for that. And yeah, then we'll be back for Beauty and Black next week.
yes, yes. Sounds good. You guys check out my weekly huddle that I did earlier. We're talking about, some, it's not current events, child, some hot topics and a couple of things to add to your watch list. So go ahead and catch the replay on that. Tomorrow we will say goodbye to Cross, the finale, hosted by Candy Love. Be sure to, stop by everybody's channel and give a like, subscribe, all the good things. Like Shayna said, Married to Medicine, part 1 of the reunion on Mo 69 Ways' channel. You can only watch it over there. So join us over there, support, share it, comment, give it likes, hype her up, all the good things. Thursday we have Paradise, which also Mo is hosting, but you can, come on over here and watch it. And then we'll be back next Sunday for another weekly huddle and wrapping up Beauty in Black. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to Shayna's channel, type her videos up. I don't got all of that, but do all the things, please and thank you. We appreciate everybody ever so kindly, and we will see you in the next video if I can find all the buttons. Wait, let me give you a little hand clap before we head on out of here. Later, y'all.